Top 5 projects changing Ebonyi State. There is a new wave moving through Ebonyi State as we speak. You can see it in the construction, you can feel it in the conversations, you can sense it in the ambition of the government trying to redefine what development looks like. Under the leadership of Francis Ogbonna Nwifuru, several projects have been introduced with bold promises: modern systems, economic expansion, urban transformation. But beyond the announcements and visuals, a deeper question remains. These projects look impressive, but are they truly changing lives? Today we examine 5 major developments shaping Ebonyi State right now, and more importantly, what they actually mean for the people. This is one of the most talked about innovations in the state. EBOCAB introduces app-based transportation into Ebonyi's ecosystem, a concept that aligns the state with modern urban mobility trends seen in bigger cities. For many, this feels like a breakthrough. Drivers now have structured opportunities, young people are getting involved in tech-driven services, commuters experience more organized transport and, in some cases, improved safety. It signals something deeper, a shift toward digital governance. But let's slow down and look closer, because technology alone does not equal transformation. For the average resident who still relies on roadside buses or motorcycles, EBOCAB may feel distance. Smartphone access, internet reliability, and affordability all play a role in who benefits. Some drivers thrive within the system, others remain outside it. So while EBOCAB is forward-thinking, its true impact depends on how inclusive it becomes. Is it creating a new economy for many, or a limited opportunity for a few? The next one we have is the Industrial City project in Eziangbo or Haoku local government area. In Eziangbo, something ambitious is taking shape. An industrial city. The vision is powerful. Factories, production hubs, investment inflow, mass job creation. If executed fully, this could actually redefine Ebonyi's economic identity, moving it from a largely civil service-driven state to a production-based economy. For young people especially, this represents hope, jobs, skill development, a reason to stay instead of migrating. But here's the reality: this project is still largely in its early stages. Right now, it is more promise than outcome. Communities around the area are watching closely. Expectations are high because industrialization is not just about land allocation, it's about actual factories running, salaries being paid, and local businesses thriving. Until that happens, the impact remains potential, not yet transformation. Water, one of the most basic human needs, one of the longest standing challenges in Ebonyi State. The government has initiated efforts to revive key systems like Izulo Water Scheme, Oferipi Water Scheme, Ishagu Water Infrastructure, old Abakaliki distribution networks, pipelines have been repaired, facilities are being reactivated. And on paper, this is one of the most impactful projects on this list because when water flows, everything changes, health improves, daily stress reduces, communities function better. But let's talk reality. In many areas, residents still rely on boreholes, water vendors, or streams. Some have seen improvement, others are still waiting. Water projects are very complex. They require consistency, maintenance, and long-term management. So the question becomes, is this a temporary intervention or a sustainable solution? Because if the systems fail again, the people return to where they started. And then there is the road infrastructure. Ebonyi has built a reputation over the years for road infrastructure, and this administration is continuing that legacy, from urban upgrades in Abakaliki to expansion into developing areas like Mile 50 to rural access roads connecting previously isolated communities. The impact here is immediate and very visible. Transformation becomes easier, travel time reduces, movement of goods improves. For farmers, this can mean better access to markets. For traders, it can mean increased turnover. But again, we need to go deeper because roads do not automatically create prosperity. You can have a perfect road leading to a place with no economic activity. In rural areas especially, some roads improve access. But the question is, access to what exactly? If jobs, markets, and industries don't grow alongside infrastructure, then roads become pathways without destinations. And lastly, urban expansion is quietly shaping the future of Ebonyi. New layouts are being developed. Residential zones are expanding outward. The goal is clear: decongest the capital, create structured living environments, prepare for population growth. In places like the Mile 50 axis, you can already see the early signs of this transformation. Plots are being mapped, roads are opening up on new areas for investors and middle-class residents. This is an opportunity. Land value increases, new communities emerge, but let's bring it back to the average person. Housing development often raises a difficult question: who can afford to live in these new spaces? Because while layouts expand, affordability does not always follow. For many low-income residents, these developments feel out of reach. So while the city grows physically, the inclusiveness of that growth remains uncertain. Now step back and look at the full picture. EBOCAB represents innovation, the industrial city represents ambition, water projects represent necessity, road represents accessibility, housing represents expansion. Each one matters, each one contributes something, but development is not about individual projects, it's about how they connect. Do these roads lead to industries? Do these industries create jobs? Do these jobs improve living conditions? Does improved income reflect in housing, health, and education? This is the real chain of development, and this is where the conversation becomes honest. Because Ebonyi State is clearly progressing, but progress is not just about what is being built, it's about what is being felt. There is no doubt, things are happening in Ebonyi State. There is direction, there is visible effort, there is intention to modernize, and that deserves recognition. But the real test of leadership is not in announcements, it is in outcomes. So we return to the question, are these projects enough? enough to reduce unemployment, enough to improve daily living conditions, enough to create lasting economic stability, or are they still in the face of promise, waiting to become real impact? Because at the end of the day, development is not measured by structures, it is measured by stories. The story of a young man who finds work, the story of a family with access to clean water, the story of a trader whose business grows. Until those stories become widespread, the work is not yet done. What's your reality on the ground? Are these projects changing your life directly, or do they still feel distant? Drop your experience in the comments. Let's document the truth of Ebonyi together.